To the channel Free Management Education. Today we will discuss about the management theories and its approaches. It is a three-part series. This is the first part and it will discuss about the classical approaches, okay, like Kautilya's contribution to management, scientific management by Taylor, Fayol's administrative theory, motion study, fatigue study, humanistic approach, and bureaucracy theory of Max Weber. Okay, so let's start with the video. So what is a classical approach? Okay, so it is like based on the belief that workers only have physical economic needs, and it does not take into account that workers also have social or and the job satisfaction needs. Okay, so it is an old school approach. Okay, it advocates labor centralized leadership, decision making, and profit maximization. Okay, so it does not take into account that the workers can have social needs, their mental state, like that. It is concerned with profit maximization, decision making, labor centralized leadership. Okay, so the first part is Kautilya's contribution to management. So Kautilya is also known as Chanakya, you know it very well. He has identified 7 pillars for effective state administration. Okay, the first one is the king. Okay, he is the leader, he is the visionary, the captain, the guide, and in corporate world he is the CEO. Okay, next comes the minister or the manager. Okay, say he is second in command after king. Okay, he is the leader in absence of the king. Okay, he is always in action. Okay, next comes the country or the market. So your area where the organization gets its revenue. Okay, earns the revenue. It aims to dominate the territory. Okay, so next comes the fortified city or the head office. It is the nucleus of the organization or the core of the organization. It is the place from which central administrative work is done and for planning and strategic implications. Okay. Next comes the treasury finance department. It is extremely important resource. Obviously, finance is the heart of the organization. Okay. Next comes the army or your team. You need loyal team members who are always ready to fight for your organization. Okay. Next comes the ally or the friend or the consultant. Okay, one can depend on the ally when problems arise. Okay, it can be another organization, it can be your lawyer, everything like that. Okay, so this is Kautilya's administration to management, contribution to management. Sorry. Okay, now comes the scientific management by Taylor or F.W. Taylor. So what is it? It is concerned with knowing exactly what you want your workers to do in the best and the cheapest way. Okay. So the principles of scientific management are use science and not the rule of thumb. So what does rule of thumb means? It means that hit and miss method. Okay, like I don't know if this method will work. I'm just applying it without any particular logic. So that is rule of thumb. So use science. Okay, that is logical. And also different work study techniques. Okay, analyze the different traditional works, unifying best practices which are practiced in nationally or internationally. Harmony, not discord. Okay, maintain harmony between management and workers in place of discord or conflict between them. Okay, then comes cooperation and not individualism. That is workers' participation in management. That is workers can take decisions. Okay, and the management helps the workers to participate in their decision making. Then comes the development and development of each and every person, that is giving them proper training so that they can develop their potential. Okay, so that they can work with their greatest efficiency and prosperity. Okay, so this is scientific management by Taylor. Comes the techniques of scientific management. At first, the functional foremanship. Okay, so what is it? It is a technique which involves supervision of each worker by 8 supervisors, 4 supervisors supervising planning aspect and other 4 supervisors supervising production of work. Okay, production work. So here there are 4 supervisors: route clerk, instruction card clerk, time and cost clerk, disciplinary clerk, who are planning in charge, and production in charge are these: speed boss, inspector, maintenance foreman, gang boss. So what are these? Okay, so now comes the route clerk. Okay, who are route clerk? They determines the routes. Okay, routes through which the raw materials have to pass. Okay, Next comes the instruction card clerk. They are providing instructions about how workers should perform their jobs. Next comes a time and cost clerk. They set timetable for performing different operations of a job and specifying materials and labor costs of each operation. Then comes the disciplinarian, maintaining proper discipline, obviously. Speed boss, they maintain the planned speed of production. Okay. Next, the inspector, maintaining product quality according to standards prescribed. Maintenance foreman, they are also called repair boss, okay, for maintaining machines and tools, etc. Gang boss, the arranging machine, tools, materials, etc. for required for performing the job. Okay. So next, the standardization and simplification of work. Then comes the work study. So what is work study? It is the systematic, objective and critical evaluation of work. Okay, critical evaluation of work with the aim of identifying how the work can be performed in the most desirable way by standardizing and simplifying it. Okay, okay, the cheap way, the best way. Okay, how to do the work in the most efficient way. So it includes the motion study. It is given by Frank and Lillian Gilbert. Okay, so it is concerned, okay, with an experiment which is conducted by Frank and Lillian Gilbert. The studies are conducted to identify movements required in doing a work so as to determine the requirement of the least possible movement in the work performance. Okay. So this study resulted in reducing the number of movements in doing a work and increasing worker efficiency. So number of movements should be reduced so that worker efficiency can be increased. Next comes the fatigue study. It is given again by Frank and Lillian Gilbert. Here the experiments are conducted to identify the time by which workers felt fatigue and their efficiency used to go down. So by these studies, suitable time intervals of rest and rest period for the workers were established. Okay, particularly this time of rest is mandatory for workers. This resulted in uniform productivity throughout the working time. Then came the method study and time study. These are same, just they are method study. It studies how proficient or how efficient a method should be, so that the worker efficiency can be increased. Time study is how much time how much time is required or how much time must be efficient, okay, to perform a particular job by the workers. Now comes a differential piece wage system. It is a system of wage payment in which a worker who achieves or exceeds production target gets wage at higher rate per piece, while a worker who does not achieve his targets gets wage at lower rate per piece. Okay, pretty simple. Then the humanistic approach. It is also given by Frank and Lillian Gilbert. In this system, the scientific management was to help workers to reach their full potential as human beings. So that's like to give them training to understand their psychology, to understand them as humans. That is a humanistic approach. Okay. Now comes the Fayol's administrative management. Okay. So Fayol has divided his approach of studying management into three parts. One is managerial qualities and training. Under it, it includes 6 qualities, okay, like physical, mental, moral, educational, technical, and experience. According to Fayol, technical quality is the most important. Okay. Next, the general principles of management. Fayol advocated 14 principles. Okay. So number one is division of work. That is, whole work is divided into relevant number of tasks or units, and specialization of work. Okay. So authority and responsibility. Okay, then comes discipline, then there is unity of command. Okay, this principle is against Taylor's functional foremanship. Okay, so what was Taylor's functional foremanship? It said that uh, it is a technique for supervising workers. Okay, I have explained it earlier, just go through it. Functional foremanship is a technique which involves supervision of each worker by 8 supervisors, where 4 supervisors are for planning aspect and other 4 supervisors are for supervising production work. Okay. Now the unity of direction, that is one plan, one boss. That is, each group of activities must have one plan and one head. Otherwise there will be conflict. Next, subordination of individual interest to general interest. Okay, this means that general interest is in the form of common purpose of a next higher entity. Okay, general interest, common interest of all people, but individualist interest is for individual groups or for individual person, like that. So individual interest must be subordinate to general interest if there is conflict between the two. Next comes the remuneration of employees. Okay, this is wage, salary. Then centralization and decentralization. Okay, centralization means concentration of authority at upward, and decentralization means widespread distribution of authority. Okay, from top to bottom. Then comes scalar chain. It is the chain of superiors ranging from highest level authority to lowest level in the organization. Okay, any communication going up or going down should follow this chain. Okay, also Fayol has suggested gangplank. So what is it? It is a system of direct communication between the two employees not in the same chain for timely horizontal communication. Okay, so this is like this. Okay, here the communication goes up, communication goes down. Okay, and here are 2 points. Okay, here two people, okay, in the same, they that is the gangplank. Okay, they are communicating here. So this is the gangplank, the system of direct communication between two employees. This is employee 1 and this is employee 2. They are not in the same chain. Okay, this is one chain, this is another chain. For horizontal communication, this is the horizontal communication. Okay, so next comes order or orderliness in organization. Next comes equity and equity or equality. In short, stability of personnel, that means the reasonable security of jobs. Next, the initiative, that is introducing new methods of doing work in a better way. Okay, that is managers to encourage employees to take initiative. Next, esprit de corps, which means, it is a French word. It means management should promote team spirit. Okay, or unity. I hope this is clear. Now comes the bureaucracy theory, and it is given by the infamous Max Weber. Okay, so it is an administrative system designed to accomplish, okay, designed to accomplish large-scale administrative tasks by systematically coordinating the work of many individuals working in the organization. Okay, so it is an administrative system to accomplish large tasks by coordinating. Okay, he emphasized the bureaucratic type of power is an ideal one. Okay, there are various types of power like traditional, charismatic, rational level, or bureaucratic. So Max Weber emphasized more on the bureaucratic type of power. Okay, a bureaucratic organization has the following features like administrative class. Okay, so they are responsible for maintaining coordinative activities of the organization members. They are mainly whole-time employees. Okay, they do not have any proprietary interest in an organization. Okay, so next comes the hierarchy, that is the line of communication and delegation of authority is there. Okay, the hierarchy of positions in the organization, actually division of work. So work is divided on the basis of specialization. Okay, so next comes the official rules of the organization. They are the prescribed rules, okay, that everyone has to follow. Next comes the impersonal relationships. Okay, relationship among individuals are impersonal and are governed through system of official authority. Next, there is official record, that is maintaining official records for future references. Then comes the decision making, which is rational and is governed by rational factors, not by personal factors of decision makers. Okay, so this is bureaucracy theory. Also, there are various problems in bureaucracy theory, like invalidity of bureaucratic assumptions, like rules which are normally provided for the guidelines very often become source of inefficiency because there is delay in work performance. Okay, so also there is inhuman organization, that is, and bureaucratic organization is inhuman and works like machine, in which there are no importance of human beings because too much emphasis are on rules, regulations. Okay, also it is a closed system perspective. Okay, it's a kind of closed system where bureaucracy is not relevant for managing modern organization effectively, where there is closed system. Thanks for watching this video. There will be 2 more parts of this series. Okay, just stay tuned. And this is a new channel, Free Management Education. Do like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more updates. Okay. And so my email ID is given in the description box. And if you want some specific videos on some specific topics, feel free to comment or reach out to me. Thank you.